Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're reviewing the Cadillac CT4. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Jerry Center Cadillac here in Salt Lake City, Utah for giving me some time with this car. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 21 around town and then 31 on the highway, with power outputs being 237 horsepower and then 258 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, taking a look at the hood, you guys can see here with all of the different body lines, I think it gives it a really sharp appearance, especially with this metallic paint. And they've got Cadillac's signature light design. Notice how it kind of like drops down. And then notice all of the trim here is all blacked out. And then we've got the Cadillac emblem front and center. And putting it all together, let me guys think about the looks here at the CT4. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 225, 45, 17 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see with the wheels, silver in coloration. Speaking of silver, we got the silver Cadillac badge there on the side and then more silver and chrome trim on the side too. And then here's our full side view with the CT4. Now taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function, remote start, we got the opening here for the trunk and then the Cadillac logo on the back. Now trunk space here in the CT4 is actually pretty decent. Again, it's not a huge car, so any space is good with a car of this size. But anyways, when you're all done, just plop that down. No spoiler or anything here, so they keep things clean. Really cool taillight design, and you can see the rest of the badges. And then, I mean, for more of a baseline car, pretty big exhaust tips, right? But wrapping it up, let me guys think about the looks here on this CT4. Now, taking a look at the door panel, you guys can see soft touch here at the top. And look at the stitching that goes across and then more padding down below. See more of that contrasted stitching, or if the camera will focus on it. There you go, kind of popping up a little bit. And I like this trim here, it's darker. And then taking a look at the seats, you guys can see really nice trim, and then again with the stitching on the outside. Now the CT4 is a smaller car, so legroom in the back is a little bit more cramped. We do have a storage pocket, got some vents down below with a 12 volts, and then headroom, I'm pretty much touching the top. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see the soft touch here and the stitching that goes across, and then all of the stitching and everything down below. Got all of our window controls here. Notice they're automatic. Mirror adjustment, speaker for the Bose sound system, and then blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And then taking a look at the front seat, again, you can see with all the stitching and the nice leather trim. Power adjustments here on the side as well. And then a random place to put the parking brake, but it's there. Taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see soft touch all around. We also have paddle shifters there on the back. We've got our volume controls here. We've got adaptive cruise control, voice command controls as well. And then your regular stocks here on the back. Now we've got a mostly analog gauge cluster setup. We do have some screen action happening there. I like the boost gauge that's front and center right now. But we can also change it to scroll through, see different bits of info in the car. And then the drive modes will pop up here. You guys can see, got quite a few. Touring is probably the mode you'll spend most of the time in. And then in reverse, we just have a regular backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. Pretty good resolution too. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, response time with the screen's good. As you can see, we do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I like the fact we have a shortcut bar and then physical buttons here at the bottom, which also helps out. Nice trim here on the dash. You can see all the stitching and everything, and then the trim that goes across. And then we do have pretty big glove box. And then dual zone climate controls. We also have heated seats, our lane departure parking sensors, wireless phone charging pad, and then shifter here for the 8-speed automatic. And look at the cup holders right here. And then your auto stop start with your drive mode select, stability control, auto hold as well. And then good storage space in the center console. Nice padding here on the top. And then at the very top, you can see controls here for the sunroof. Now here's a quick look at the window sticker. You guys can see CT4 Luxury. Total MSRP after all options, $41,415. And let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, both of the mirrors. Just the rest of the rear. And, well, let us set off. I just drove a CT4V before this. So, yeah, we'll see if the CT4 can compare to the CT4V. Obviously, the V is going to be more exciting. It's also like $15,000 more expensive, so you'd hope so for an extra $15,000. But anyways, let's focus on this CT4. Seat comfort's good, so I think that's a plus. And I'm actually, I'll be honest, like, I guess we'll talk this more towards the end, but I'm pretty shocked by the price tag on this. That was something that, yeah, I was not expecting when I saw it. But the steering's pretty good. Not as heavy as this as the V. This engine's better than I thought it would be. You know, given the power figures and the fact it's a dinky little 4-cylinder, I was kind of concerned, but it's performing far better than I expected it initially. A little bit of lag there, but not bad. The torque's actually really good with this. Like I said, better than I expected. Definitely better than I expected. Suspension's pretty comfortable too. Yeah, it's nice over the train tracks. Like it does well with the damping. So I'll pop it into the sport mode here. Guess it'll firm everything up. Man, every single time I get to this light, it goes red. That's my luck. Ooh, yeah, heavier steering, that's for sure. Well, we are still in the sport mode here, and we're gonna see what she's made of. Lost the window sticker off the dash. That is the true test of speed and performance. We'll get another acceleration up here in a moment, but better than I expected. The thing that's interesting about this powertrain is the 2.7 that's in the V has more torque, but it feels like that develops the torque at a higher RPM. This, it feels like it develops the torque at a lower RPM. So it just, you feel a little bit more grunt right off the bat, which, I don't know. I just think that's interesting. That's kind of my take on that. And so, let's see if we can get a more real acceleration, I suppose is what we will call it here with the CT4. Woo! It's quick. It's honestly quick. Not as quick as the V, but it's quick. So to cap things off, I think this thing looks great on the outside. I like the interior and the value that this is providing. Goodness gracious. Like, I feel like every single luxury car starts at $50,000 nowadays. And this is $41,000. This is a luxury car that's less expensive than the average brand new car. Most non-luxury cars rather are more expensive than this. So from a value perspective, yeah, I think it's pretty cool. You could just look at it as, oh, just a turbocharged sedan, right? You could look at it from that perspective. You could go, it's a Cadillac for 40 grand. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the CT4 Luxury.